2021. This means residents of the Tri-Island state can expect to see officers of the Central Statistical Office visiting your home and communities to conduct census enumeration. In an effort to ensure the safety of all residents and field workers alike, here is some important information we want you to know. Residents, you have the option of conducting your census interview via telephone. This has been the new main mode adopted in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, our field officers must visit your home to acquire the correct contact information for doing so and other basic information about your household. If you are comfortable with conducting the interview face-to-face with enumerators, you are free to do so as well, but the COVID-19 protocols for face-to-face interviews must be adopted. When a census enumerator approaches your home, he or she should be wearing a mask, face shield, Central Statistical Office branded reflector vest, and the census identification card. The ID card should have displayed the coat of arms, the official census logo, the officer's full name, picture, signature, and the signature of the Director of Statistics. Before an interview with a household, enumerators should ensure their face mask and shield is properly fitted on their face. If an adjustment is needed, this must be done before approaching respondents. Enumerators' hands must be sanitized as well. When approaching the household, enumerators should kindly request the respondents wear a mask. This will keep both the respondents and the interviewers safe in a face-to-face interview. The enumerator must ensure there is at least 6 feet distance between them and the respondent. Physical contact should be avoided. Interviews should be conducted in an open, well-ventilated space. It is preferred that the interview be carried out on the veranda or in a yard. For confidentiality, enumerators must ensure that no one else is in close proximity of the interview. Contact information from the enumerator should be provided to households in case they have any questions, or in the event someone gets sick with COVID-19, it can be traced. If an enumerator comes to your home and you are not present, a callback card will be left on your premises. Please call back the number on the card to arrange your census interview. And remember, we all count. Let's do our part to ensure a brighter, more secure, and sustainable future for all. This has been a message by the Central Statistical Office, Ministry of Finance, Economic Development, Physical Development, and Energy, Grenada.
To give the right amount, we need you on board. The entire public, your support, we really need it.
Darling, would you like some tea? I've made your favorite.
Well, thank you, darling. I'm here finishing my blog post to help homeowners understand their electricity bills. You know, nobody likes paying bills. But at the very least, you should know what you're paying for.
That's true. Some people just check the balance.
Exactly. There's so much more information on your electricity bill. That is how I've been tracking our usage to make sure the changes that we made are working.
So, what do you have so far?
The left side of your bill shows the rates for electricity and the government charges. The middle portion shows the number of units you've consumed, plus the history of your usage over the last 8 months. And the right side shows how much you're being charged.
So tell me about the fuel and non-fuel charge.
When you pay your bill, you're paying one charge broken into parts. There's a fuel charge, which is the cost of fuel used to generate electricity. And there's a non-fuel charge, which is the cost of delivering electricity to your home and any other necessary services.
But darling, what about VAT?
Now this is interesting. If you use 99 units or less, there is no VAT. Above 99 units, you pay 15% VAT on the non-fuel portion of your bill.
I love this so far. But wait a minute. Have you added the environmental levy?
That's the final piece. You see, Grenlec collects this levy from domestic customers on behalf of Solid Waste Management Authority. This charge is $5 or $10 depending on the number of units you use. So, add the fuel, non-fuel, VAT, and the environmental levy, and that's your electricity bill.
This is really good. I mean, it seems like a lot, but I appreciate that Grenlec shows us a breakdown so we can see the value we are getting for our money, and more importantly, where we're spending it. I really think people are going to value this information.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
All businesses start small and grow into successful corporations. With a strong team, you can have a strong business. Protect the employees that stand by you with Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan. It's a customizable and affordable health plan for smaller businesses that offers many of the benefits of a large corporate plan. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Good evening and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Tuesday, 16th November 21. In the headlines, fully vaccinated visitors no longer have to be quarantined upon arrival in Grenada. Western Road Corridor Project, which includes the Molyneux land slippage, to be completed by the end of 2023. St. George's University and Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association sign Memorandum of Understanding to identify the sex of nutmeg trees. And in sports, West Indies and USA to co-host a T20 World Cup in 2024. We have the details to these and more after the break.
Dear customers, as we do our part to limit the impact of COVID-19 in Grenada, Grenlec remains committed to providing a service you can depend on. And in these challenging times, we appreciate your effort to keep your account current. Our 24-hour mobile and online services are great for convenience and maintaining social distance. Call 237 for 24-hour bill balances or to report faults and emergencies. Pay your bills online with internet banking, available with Republic, First Caribbean, and Grenada Cooperative Bank. For other queries, email customer support at grenlec.com. Together, we can keep each other safe. Together, we will smile again.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now, it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with the Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
With the news in detail, I am Troy Gill. As of Monday 15th November, Grenada has officially changed its quarantine regulations for fully vaccinated visitors coming into the country. This move comes on the heels of Grenada's lowered numbers of active COVID cases, as well as the slight increase in the vaccination numbers. Donella Hostin has more.
We do not have any active imported cases or so. And our test positivity up to yesterday was less than 1%. It was 0.7. So overall positive. With regards to vaccination, what I can report is that overall we have 29.5% of the total population who are fully vaccinated. All right, that's 29.5% of the whole population. Of the target population, meaning individuals 12 years and above, that percentage is 35.9%. So we have made some strides. We still have some way to go to achieve upwards of 70, 80, 90%.
That was Acting Chief Medical Officer attached to the Ministry of Health, Dr. Sean Charles, speaking on the current vaccination and COVID status of the country. However, he noted that people still need to be responsible for their actions going forward in order to keep themselves and others safe. According to the CMO, this is good news for Grenada. He also made mention of the new quarantine regulations, which took effect as of Monday, 15th November 2021, where vaccinated people are no longer required to quarantine.
Now, yes, we have made some changes to our entry requirements, and the changes basically affect persons who are fully vaccinated. Persons who are not fully vaccinated, literally there's no change at all. So for persons who are not vaccinated, if you are a non-national, you are not allowed to come in. If you are a citizen or a resident of Grenada, you are allowed in, but you must quarantine for 7 days. You will be tested on the 5th day by PCR after arrival, and once that is negative, you are released around the 7 days.
Speaking briefly about vaccines and the vaccination drive, Dr. Charles noted that the drive will still continue. He added that the new batch of Johnson & Johnson vaccines, which arrived last week, are limited in numbers but are being rolled out. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
The merger of the Grenada Cocoa Association and the Grenada Nutmeg Association is back on the table after months of what appears to be little or no development in this area. According to Agriculture Minister Peter David, the government has decided to reinstitute the merger committee, however, only after an agreement between both parties.
Government say a merger of the two commodity boards will be beneficial to both entities. Presently, the boards are controlled by farmers. The merger will see the death of both associations operating separately. Agriculture Minister Peter David says government has already taken the first step to reinstitute the merger committee.
That we have written to both the GCNA and the GCA, indicating to them that government, pursuant to an agreement with both boards more than a year ago, has reinstituted the merger committee. That committee is tasked with coming up with the principles on which both GCNA and GCA can merge. And I think, again, my brother Cato talks about fixing problems, and that is one of the problems.
Can the parties involved find the synergies to operate in a more efficient way? David says the merger is the best option. The committee, he says, will be endorsed after an agreement with the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association and the Grenada Cocoa Association.
That the government has agreed to establish or to endorse the new committee after an agreement from both GCNA and GCA to be part of that committee to find the way towards a merger. And that merger, we hope, will lead to more benefit to the farmers. Efficiency is what we're looking at. That is what science is about. That is what modernization is about. That is what we need to work towards.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
St. George's University has collaborated with the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association to identify the sex of nutmeg trees. During a brief launch on Tuesday, a memorandum of understanding was signed by both parties, bringing to light the collaboration to develop the nutmeg industry. According to the parties, farmers will benefit tremendously from this agreement. Rachel Bain has more.
It is the dawn of a new day for the nutmeg industry as the association has collaborated with the St. George's University to identify the sex of more than 10,000 nutmeg trees. According to chairman of the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, Leo Cato, this is the first time in Grenada's history the organization has collaborated to conduct research to identify the sex of the plant. This, he says, could save plenty time as it is a problem that needs to be fixed. This research, he says, while may be somewhat costly, will benefit the farmers.
So this meeting today is significant. It's groundbreaking. This MOU that we are about to sign, it shows very strong partnership of all the parties concerned. The government of Grenada, through the Honorable Minister, St. George's University, and GCNA. We have one common and collective interest: to fix a problem that would put a smile on the faces of the nutmeg farmers and the families of Grenada.
Dr. Carla McPherson at the Windward Islands Research and Education Foundation, WINDREF Research Center, says presently it takes 5 to 7 years to identify the sex of the nutmeg plant, but with this new method it will take a shorter period.
We're looking forward to this. We know that it's going to have an economic benefit for the peoples and particularly the farmers of Grenada, and we greatly look forward to this partnership being a success. And thank you for looking to the university, to looking to WINDREF for this partnership.
Agriculture Minister Peter David, while in agreement with the partnership, says there needs to be a greater cooperation from all sectors. He says presently the Ministry of Agriculture's weakest area is research, and with collaborative efforts of all sectors, that can change.
This talk about moving agriculture forward has been with us for many years. This is a clear sign that using new scientific methods is an extremely important way of developing our sector. And we hope that in the new year, that we will come together to find these new methods, to establish these research facilities so that we have new ways of doing it.
For MTV News, Rachel Bain.
Minister for Infrastructure, Senator Norland Cox, says the Western Main Road Corridor project, which includes work on the Molyneux land slippage, is anticipated to be completed by the end of 2023. The project, which is funded by a UK CIF grant, did not originally include the Molyneux project, but after the land slippage, it had to be included. According to Senator Cox, the additional funds created by this will be borne by the government of Grenada. More from Donalo Hostin.
Work is expected to commence on the Western Main Road Corridor project within the first quarter of 2022. This is according to Minister for Infrastructure Development, Norland Cox. This project, which spans from the Queen's Park in St. George's up to St. Mark, comprises a number of components.
Just to give some details on what contains within the project, separating apart from the repairing of the Molyneux slippage, what will happen also, you will see the reconstruction of road, drainage systems, drains, culverts, construction of retaining walls, because there are some slopes that need to be stabilized along the corridor, widening of road, where we have narrow corners in particular, that will be widened. Road, looking at the marking of the road just to make sure that there is safety in terms of persons who traverse on a daily basis. So those are some of the smaller work that are included as part of the entire Western Main Road corridor.
Additionally, government will be bearing the cost of the Molyneux land slippage, which was not an initial part of the project as it occurred after the initial plans were made.
This project is funded by UK CIF grant and is implemented through the Caribbean Development Bank and also funding support from the government of Grenada as well. Significant funding, if I might add. And the reason for that being because the Western Main Road Corridor project, in its initial conception, did not include a slippage at Molyneux. That happened thereafter. So those additional funds, the government of Grenada would have to bear those costs to ensure that the slippage is repaired.
According to Senator Cox, his team is working diligently to ensure that work on the Western Main Road Corridor project can be completed by December 2023. Complementary to this project is the Mount Kuma Road development, which the senator stated should be completed within 7 months' time. He said this road will bring some ease of traffic to vehicles traversing the Mount Morris Road.
There's a lot of pressure taking place on the Mount Morris area, and we get a lot of complaints every day for the busmen, the bus operators, persons who go to work every day, traversing through that area, the difficulties and the challenges with that road. In response to that, we're establishing the Monkuma Road, and work has commenced on that road. That road is expected to take completed in 7 months' time.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Although many small businesses are looking forward to the 2021 Christmas season for increased sales given the adjustment to the curfew and significant decline in COVID-19 cases, one accountant warns that such entities should be cautiously optimistic, as we are not out of the woods as yet.
We look at the major industries like the tourism, the SGU subsector. They're all in a recovery state. They are not yet at the pre-pandemic levels. In spite of the fact that you have crews arriving, SGU open, we are still not there yet. And another important lesson that we have to learn is that in many countries, they had wave after wave in terms of the pandemic. So even though we are seeing that the COVID situation is improving, the expectation is that we could have another wave as the country continue to open to the cruise, the airport, more visitors coming. So for small business, my advice is that they should be cautiously optimistic.
That was President of the Grenada Chartered Accountants, Aaron Logie, sharing what he believes should be the approach by small business entities as we enter into the 2021 Christmas season. Many small businesses anticipate an increase in sales during that period. However, according to Logie, overstocking should be avoided.
And when I say cautiously optimistic, it's Christmas. The expectation is that there'll be more spending. However, they have to be mindful that the future is uncertain with the pandemic. And so one of the things that small business should focus on is that they should avoid overstocking for Christmas, especially for perishables and slow-moving items, because you don't want to be caught that just in case there's another wave by December, January, that you're left with stock, which tie up your cash.
He encourages small business owners to adopt new strategies to market their product.
However, even though I said they should be cautiously optimistic in terms of stocking, they should be aggressive and innovative in terms of how they market themselves out there, because people will be buying for Christmas, and so they'll have to manage that. However, there'll be extra revenues. And again, we look at the COVID situation and possible wave down the road. And so I'll advise that businesses, they should be conservative, especially small business with the extra revenues. You just don't know what is happening in the immediate future.
Many private sector entities are already running Christmas promotions to attract customers and increase sales. And according to Logie, the use of social media is also a viable and less costly alternative to target a wider audience. That's it for the first segment of news. More news after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with the Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back to the news. Over 100 enumerators have been dispatched into the various parishes thus far since the commencement of the National Population and Housing Census. And one official from the Central Statistical Office is asking the public's cooperation in providing their contact information given the new method of approach. A new batch of enumerators were dispatched on Tuesday as the Central Statistical Office continues with the rollout of the census. Officers will be dressed in their PPEs whilst observing the protocols and will be required to obtain contact information so telephone interviews can be done at a later date. However, Director of Statistics at the Central Statistical Office, Halim Brizan, says individuals can also opt to conduct face-to-face interviews once the necessary criteria are met.
The main approach is what we are proposing based on the situation. So, the two number, however, where the interview of the protocol, right, once they feel comfortable. And there are cases where we may have to do that face interview, especially number to contact.
Officers have been dispatched throughout Grenada, Brizan says. However, a new batch will be trained for the Sister Isle due to unforeseen challenges.
So in all parishes except PT Matnik, we would have to be the training of the census because we did have a high dropout rate. Based on the time that we took to start the survey and also based on the new requirement for vaccination.
He says despite the limited number of officers, they have opted to take advantage of the opportunity given the fluidity of the pandemic.
Most or major challenge response are not getting any contacts in the home. So we are urging persons for the no contacts. If goes to a household and there's no one there, they're expected to leave a callback card, telling the household to place a callback to the number on that card. That number is an official number, so please back.
He continues to stress the importance of the public's participation in this year's census, as the information collected would also reveal the true impact of the pandemic in Grenada. The Salvation Army Preschool held its Child Month March today under the theme Love the Child and the sub-theme Child Care and Education Matters. Let children glow, grow and cherish. The march was led by teacher Lizeth Sanchez with the focus on quality education and care for all children.
Students of the Salvation Army Preschool marched through the town of St. George to celebrate Child Month, which is being observed this month under the theme Love the Child. The Ministry of Education, Human Resource Development, Religious Affairs and Information says due to circumstances surrounding COVID-19, Child Month celebrations traditionally held during the month of October will now be observed from the 1st to the 30th November. Principal and head of the school, Lizeth Sanchez, elaborates on the theme.
And I think it's a good theme to encourage parents to care for their children and make it their priority, to see that these children get a good education. We chose to go there today because we see the importance of letting our voices be heard. Many things are going on today with our children, and we see the needs to go there and let it be heard that we can get some justice for our children.
With a focus of quality education and care for all children while promoting health and safety, Sanchez says children need to be protected during this pandemic.
Also, to protect their children. We know what is going on in Grenada. We see what is going on with our children. I want to encourage parents out there to protect their child and to make it their number one priority to see that their children is protected in all areas. So as we stand for justice today and as we let our voices be heard, I want to encourage you, parents out there, don't stand for less.
Meanwhile, Public Relations Officer of the Child Protection Authority, Janelle Hamlet, says we should safeguard children throughout the year and not just this month. All organizations working with children should have policies and procedures to ensure that every child has a right to equal protection from harm.
And there are predators out there that are posing as saviors, posing as people who are there to cater to children's needs. And in the process of doing so, they take advantage of children. And so neglect is a big one that we should be mindful of. We also should be very careful as it relates to our children's emotional needs. When we starve our children of love and affection, they in turn will look for love elsewhere. And there's a saying that says, looking for love in all the wrong places. They may end up running into the arms or into the embrace of someone who will take advantage of them.
Nikita Houston, MTV News.
To commemorate International Men's Day, which will be celebrated in the coming days, the Public Workers Union interim chair of the Men's Arm says the organization will be hosting a men's health clinic. Arthur Pierce spoke of the objectives of this event.
Or in the Port Highway. Really and truly, what we want to do is we want to be able to achieve two objectives. One, to really encourage men to be part and parcel of the union. We have to pull our men together to have a better and a stronger men's arm of the union. And two, to deal with the issues of health and all the issues affecting men's health. We have contacted the St. George University and they are on board. The Ministry of Health has given us serious support. So we want to have an activity whereby men can come, they can get checked for in a number of the areas that affect men.
Chronic disease, including prostate cancer, sexual health, COVID-19, and COVID vaccination, are among the areas that are expected to be highlighted at the health clinic.
So we have all of those areas that will be there. There will be doctors and nurses and medical practitioners there to do the checks and to give advice. One of the other areas too is mental health. Okay, we have counselors that will be there, and we would have discussions. There are 4 areas of discussions that we would want to hold on that particular day. We have food and nutrition. We will be talking about nutrition as it relates to men's and the health. We will be talking about mental health, where we have a lot of our men folk. Sometimes undergo stressful and anxious times, and sometimes that could lead to suicide. So we are going to have discussions on that. We do have Patrick Dells, who would be there to talk about the natural medicines and you can ask all your questions. And of course, we would have discussions on men's sexual health, something that Caribbean men are very, very concerned about.
The event will take place on Friday, 19th November at the PWU building, beginning at 10 a.m. Former Minister for Tourism Brenda Hood applauds the new team at the Grenada Tourism Authority for their efforts in helping to return the tourism sector to some level of normalcy, particularly after the COVID setback. According to her, it is a pleasure to see the new and innovative ideas brought forth by the GTA.
Over the past months it was difficult to travel. Funds were limited, but they were able to bring in the tour operators, and they have a holistic experience of Grenada and what it is. So during the downtime, the GTA was able to, come up with a plan, and I think this is excellent. This marketplace is excellent, and it's a very good initiative for the people who have come in.
She stated that this is going to further develop the sector and help bring even more visitors to the island.
As you know, this is COVID time, but as we say, we have to live with it, because the fact is COVID is not going away very soon, so we just have to find a way, and I think these are new initiatives that they have developed. So I'm very, very impressed with the team of the GTA.
She reminded people that COVID is here to stay and new initiatives need to be sought to rebuild the tourism sector. That's the second segment of news. More news after the break.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
The safety and security of your information is always important to us. Ariza now offers chip cards, also known as EMV cards, which provide enhanced security for your purchases and are globally accepted. The new Ariza Credit Union Visa International Debit Card continues to have the traditional magnetic stripe with the additional security feature of a chip and can now be used at both chip and traditional magnetic stripe terminals. For your added protection, always keep your PIN private and store your chip card safely in a RFID pouch. Visit arizacu.com to learn more on how to protect your account information. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
This is where we join Josanne Mackey-Smith for developments from across the region.
Good evening with the Regional News Roundup. I am Josanne Mackey-Smith. The Barbados government says it has established what is being referred to as the world's first metaverse or digital embassy. The statement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade said the virtual embassy will be at the center of activities to advance the growth of stronger bilateral relationships with governments globally. Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. Jerome Walcott said this platform will be an important forum where Barbados will work with its traditional partners and new allies to deepen engagement in the diplomatic arena and the investment, business, tourism, and cultural sectors and people-to-people interaction. Tougher gun laws are coming to Guyana. That's the word from the president as the police see an increase in armed robberies. We get the details now in this HGP TV report.
In the wake of a 500% increase in armed robberies in Guyana, the government says that tougher laws are coming for persons found in possession of illegal weapons. This announcement was made by President Irfan Ali on Friday.
So what I've asked the AG to look at the laws and to apply the highest penalty, to propose an amendment to apply the highest penalty of persons found with illegal weapons. Because that is a major contributory factor to this.
In October of 2015, former Public Security Minister Kemraj Ramjatan had announced a gun amnesty program which saw a total of 186 illegal guns handed over to law enforcement authorities. Now, President Ali seems to be taking a page out of the former security minister's book to tackle the issue of illegal weapons on the streets.
We're going to give a period for all those persons with illegal weapons to deposit those weapons, after which the law will be amended to give you the greatest penalty.
The president also announced that programs would be introduced in the penal system that would be geared towards inmates who want to turn their lives around. The objectives behind these initiatives is to change the trajectory of incarcerated persons to ensure that they return to society as productive citizens instead of choosing crime as a career post their release from jail.
We want a discussion with you. We want to talk to you to give you an alternative pathway to earning an income and living a decent life.
Ali also presented crime statistics and pointed out that crime has had an overall 19.4% decrease from 2020 to 2021.
So although we had a 19.4% reduction in crime nationally, there are some hot spots that we have to manage.
And finally, drug maker Pfizer Incorporated has signed a deal with a UN-backed group to allow other manufacturers to make its experimental COVID-19 pill, a move that could make the treatment available to more than half of the world's population. In a statement issued today, Pfizer said it would grant a license for the antiviral pill to the Geneva-based medicines patent pool, which would let generic drug companies produce the pill for the use in 95 countries, making up about 53% of the world's population. The deal excludes some large countries that have suffered devastating coronavirus outbreaks. For example, while a Brazilian drug company could get a license to make the pill for export to other countries, the medicine could not be made generically for use in Brazil. Still, health officials said the fact that the deal was struck even before Pfizer's pill has been authorized anywhere could help to end the pandemic quicker. And that's a look at your regional developments. I'm Joseph McKee-Smith. Good evening.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. More news after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
This is the MTV Evening News. Sports is up next.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low? For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Renelec, energizing our Grenada.
We promised you, and now it's time to deliver. St. Louis UPVC is finally open for business. Look for the blue building marked St. Louis UPVC number 21 Frequenter Industrial Park. At St. Louis UPVC, we manufacture durable push-up windows, sliding windows, projected windows, and casement windows. You can also purchase sliding doors. Our products are manufactured with up to half-inch impact glass, with 21 different types of glass to choose from. Windows can be customized to your specifications. Free delivery island-wide. Opening hours Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Feel free to call us at 439-6538 for more information.
Natural spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Ricky's Bobcat and Waste Disposal Services cleans, disinfects, and repairs septic tanks, grease traps, and drains. They also repair pipes and rent portable toilets. Professionals with more than 25 years' experience. So don't hesitate to call them when you have a problem. 443-2809 or 420-5069. They offer 24-hour service. Ricky's Bobcat and Waste Disposal Disposal Services. With God, all things are possible. They can move mountains.
West Indies and USA to co-host a T20 World Cup in 2024. That story and more coming up in sports.
Peace of mind comes from knowing that your family is safe and financially secure. For your peace of mind and theirs, plan ahead. Beacon's Rest Easy policy helps you to do just that. Rest Easy is a policy that offers you a payment upon your death or the death of any covered family member that can be used to offset post-mortem expenses. For as little as 75 cents per day, you can ensure that your expenses are covered. Call Beacon at 440-4447 and sign up for the Rest Easy plan today.
Now here is Rachel Bain with this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Head coach of the senior men's team, Michael Finlay, has expressed disappointment following the Spice Boys under-20 players' performance in the 2022 CONCACAF Men's Under-20 Championship qualifiers. He said the players put out a significant amount of time into practice and training.
There was a big load on them, but we felt comfortable and confident that they were able to use the information appropriately and execute. And unfortunately tonight they did not. I think the performance tonight was more about learning about what international football is about, and that it can change very quickly, and the tempo of the game and the moments in the game can be very specific. But I can say that there was never a moment that we felt that they were not fighting for a victory and fighting for respect and fighting for what we've come here to do, and that is to try and challenge to the next level. So,
fast bowler Shamila Cornell acknowledged that while the mood in the camp is high, the Caribbean unit remains focused on putting together a strong performance in the third and final one-day international.
Well, we didn't get the start we wanted in the second game. 153 for 9. We was just looking to back up the score of 256 in the first inning. So we just had regrouping and stuff like that. So going into the third game, we're looking to improve on all areas, bowling, batting, fielding, and just continue building on that.
The International Cricket Council has announced that West Indies and the USA will co-host the Men's T20 World Cup in June 2024. The West Indies last hosted the tournament in 2010, while the USA will be hosting its first ever global cricket tournament. The ICC confirmed the host nation for every major ICC Men's Limited overs between 2024 and 2031 on Thursday. A total of 8 new tournaments were announced, with 14 different host nations confirmed. In addition, the Champions Trophy, which was abandoned in 2017, is set to return and will be staged in Pakistan in February of 2025. This will be the first major global cricket tournament in Pakistan since 1996, when the country co-hosted the World Cricket Cup with India and Sri Lanka. Namibia is also set to host a major cricket tournament for the first time in its history. Sprint legend Usain Bolt said he could have emerged from retirement to win a 4th straight Olympic 100-meter title in Tokyo this year, insisting the winning time was within his reach. Bolt, 35, told AFP that it was frustrating to watch the delayed 2020 games from his home in Jamaica as his male countrymen flopped and Italy's Lamont Jacobs claimed a shock victory. "I missed it. I was like, I wish I was there, he said in an interview at the Dubai offices of his sponsor, PepsiCo, on Sunday. And that has brought us to the end of MTV's Evening Sports. I am Risha Bain.
The weather and a recap of the top stories after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good Tuesday evening views, and once again with the nighttime weather forecast, I'm meteorologist Dwayne Williams. Showers from last night continued through mostly during the morning period as an area of moisture moved across the region. A dry area is behind that one, so look for fewer showers during the nighttime and on Wednesday. Most of the cloudiness that brought those showers centered north of Grenada. We will continue to bring 1 or 2 showers there during the nighttime, but as dry air moves into our area, we're going to see, as I said, fewer showers tonight and on Wednesday. Tuesday night's forecast is for generally fair conditions to prevail, a few early showers, and again some just in the pre-dawn period. Northeasterly winds between 12 and 22 miles per hour, the minimum temperature of 24. The moon rose at 4 p.m. It's going to set at 4:36 in the morning. Mostly fair conditions on Wednesday, but as I said, we do have a chance of some pre-dawn showers. Those would ease mostly from mid-morning into the rest of the day. Winds will remain northeasterly between 12 and 24 miles per hour. Seas are going to be choppy. 5 to 7 foot waves could exceed 7 feet in some areas, so exercise caution. Sunrise at 6:05, sunset 5:38. It's going to be even hotter tomorrow. 34 will feel like 38. Sunshine in both Port of Spain and Bridgetown. Isolated showers in Kingston. It's going to be cloudy in Miami and partly cloudy in London and New York. Here too, mostly fair skies on Thursday, Friday and Saturday. A slight increase in cloudiness is likely on Sunday, but over those days into the next week, just about a 30% chance of showers, and those will fall mostly in the nighttime and in that pre-dawn period. That's it for Tuesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me on Wednesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada. The MTV News Hurricane Tip is brought to you in association with Beacon Insurance.
All businesses start small and grow into successful corporations. With a strong team, you can have a strong business. Protect the employees that stand by you with Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan. It's a customizable and affordable health plan for smaller businesses that offers many of the benefits of a large corporate plan. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Now for today's Hurricane Tip, we feature special items for adults. In the kit, you must ensure you have heart and high blood pressure medication, insulin, prescription drugs, denture needs, contact lenses and supplies, and extra eyeglasses. These were your Hurricane Tips for today.
The MTV News Hurricane Tip was brought to you in association with Beacon Insurance.
All businesses start small and grow into successful corporations. With a strong team, you can have a strong business. Protect the employees that stand by you with Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan. It's a customizable and affordable health plan for smaller businesses that offers many of the benefits of a large corporate plan. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
Now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Fully vaccinated visitors no longer have to be quarantined upon arrival in Grenada. Western Road Corridor project, which includes the Molyneux land slippage, to be completed by the end of 2023. St. George's University and Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association sign Memorandum of Understanding to identify the sex of nutmeg trees. And in sports, West Indies and USA to co-host a T20 World Cup in 2024. On behalf of the news and production departments, I am Troy Gill. Thank you for watching. Good night.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy.
To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal.
When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
By now, you should know that the early bird catches the worm. So, what are you waiting for? Put wings to your feet and head to your nearest scratch seller. For every Quick 7's scratch ticket you buy at $2, the NLA gives you 7 chances at winning as much as $7,000. Scratch the entire play area for your 7 chances at revealing as much 7s and win the corresponding prizes. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw for today, Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. I am Manisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Jocelyn Clark from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that the show is conducted in a fair, accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. At this time, you should tickets ready. It's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First up this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number up is 8. Second number is 3. Third and final number. Final number is 0. Okay, let's recap those numbers. Check your tickets. First number up is 8. The second, 3. Third and final is 0. So that's 8, 3, and 0. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, get a daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every
every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. I am Nisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Jocelyn Clark from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this draw is conducted in a fair and accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. This time, your tickets are ready. It's Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Let's know what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. First number this evening is, check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 6, second number. Second number is 2, third number. Third number is 1, fourth and final number. Final number is 5. Let's recount those numbers on the screen. Check your tickets. First number is 6, the second 2, third 1, fourth and final is 5. So that's 6, 2, 1, and 5. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned and get your play drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Playway evening draw for today, Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. I am Anisha Charles. With me once again is Ms. Jocelyn Clark from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. Let's play Playway, value your dreams when your way. Good luck. This evening's winning Playway number is, check your tickets. This evening's winning Playway number is 13. Let's recap the number 1313. 13 represents the dream symbol Blackbird. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's Playway draw. Remember to play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority, support sports, culture, and the nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.
Maximize your advertising dollar. Admire your growth. Only with MTV, Magic FM, and the Grenada Informer. Contact our marketing department on 440-8171 or 444-1413.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Jonas Williams, better known as Rodney Williams, Shepherd Rodney and Way, of Mount Craven St. Patrick, passed away on Tuesday, 2nd November 2021, at the age of 68. He was the son of Rose Williams, husband of Rosalind Williams, father of Franklin and Roland Batiste, Ron Williams and Ronisha Williams in the USA, stepfather of Amaryllis Budam in the USA, Rebecca and Ricky Albert, brother of Gracelyn, Sturty, Clarice, Lynette, Godlin, Paul, Philip, Liston, and Daniel. Father-in-law of Joanna Batiste, Trixie Williams, and Natalie Nicholas. Grandfather of Rolanda and Joselle Batiste, B.J., Dallin Phillip, Serona Williams, and Alice Polius. Uncle of many, including Ken Williams. Brother-in-law of many. Many other close friends, relatives, and neighbors of Mount Craven, Hermitage, and Tivoli, stepson-in-law, adopted children, step-grandchildren, the Ragbison family, and vendors and fishermen of Grove, Grandroy, Victoria, Satez, and Grove, members of the spiritual Baptist churches, including Sister Vernice Charles, and the staff of Hubbard's Limited. The funeral service for the late Jonas Williams, better known as Rodney Williams, Shepherd Rodney and Way, of Mount Craven St. Patrick, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Wayne's Funeral Home. Marion Michael Peterkin died on Thursday, October 28, 2021 in Canada, at the age of 40. Left to mourn his parents Alma Williams Peterkin and Eric Emmanuel Peterkin. Brothers and sisters Sherilyn, Aline, Eleanor, Leron, Delon, Bianca and Elijah Peterkin residing in Canada. Children Micaiah, Malik, Siddiq, Khalik, Zanika and Danica residing in Canada. Aunts and uncles Anthea, Keturah, Donnelly, Patrick, Clarice and Douglas Peterkin of Laborie, Joan, Bernadette, Nicole, Ronnie, Samuel and Ricardo of Jean Anglais, Sylvia and Wendy in Canada, Nalika in the UK, and Gordon in the USA. Nieces and nephews Kadisha, Celio, Raphael, Raphael, Surana, Robert, Joshua, and Teresa residing in Canada. Other relatives and friends including the John and Mahone families of Monong, the Simpson family in Grenada and the USA, the Williams and Francis families in Grenada and Canada, and the Peterkin family of Laborie. The funeral service and interment of the late Marion Michael Peterkin will take place in Canada. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Al Cordell Crawford, also known as Young Chef of Grand Anne's House in Scheme St. George, passed away on Thursday, November 4th, 2021, at the age of 30. He was the son of Sue Ann Crawford, brother of Kadisha, also known as Zena, Selina and Tarek Crawford, grandson of Patricia and Earl Crawford, great-grandson of Alban Chase. Other relatives including the Crawford family of St. Paul's, Steve and Eugene Crawford and families, Daphne Croney, Wilcox Roberts and family of Fort Judy, Greta Pear and family in the United Kingdom, Eileen Lockhart and Errol Edwards in Trinidad, Kim Edwards and family of Ravine, Zonel Dominic and family, the Chase family of Beaulieu, Hermelin Benjamin and family of the Limes, other relatives in the United Kingdom, Brazil, the USA, and Trinidad. Close friends including Kurt Thomas, Ruby Francis, Ricky Phillip, Raphael Marast and the Marast family of Cherry Hill, Roland Marshall, Clarence Batiste and family, Martin MacDonald and family, Willem James and family, Yuson Belfon, Dayton Mitchell and family, Kelvin Moore, also known as Weeks, Cleveland St. Louis and family, Jason Bullet Sylvester, Kelvin Brutus and Wine, Dwight Clark, Akish Rogers, Kelvin Sylvester, Adoni Johnson and Jones. Other friends including the members and staff of the hemodialysis clinic including Miss Williams, Spanish, and the team of doctors of the male medical ward, the Grenada Bikers Association, members and staff of Umbrellas, the Calabash Hotel, Spice Island Beach Resort, Mount Gazo, Lavon and LaShawn Lewis, Terrell Douglas, Royden Regis and family, the boys by Pumpkin Shop, the principal, staff and past students of the Presentation Brothers College 2008, Mr. Mello, Sally Ann Noel and family, the Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, and neighbors and friends of Grandon's Housing Scheme, the Limes and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Al Cordell Crawford, also known as Young Chef, of Grandon's Housing Scheme St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Theodora Bridget Glood Tobin, also known as Dora and Godon, a well-known spice vendor, Zone 1, of Aperture St. David, who resided in Belmont St. George and Canada, passed away on Friday, 8 October 2021 in Canada at the age of 77. She was the mother of Anne-Marie Glood James, Philip Glood, Yvonne and Keith Glood in the USA, Ralph in Canada, Randolph Glood, Carlisle Glood in the UK, William and Norman Glood, grandmother of 26, great-grandmother of 11, sister of Lucy Gloodlett in the USA, and Leonard Tawi Glood, very close friend and caretaker of Maureen Pearl Garcia in Canada. Many other relatives and friends including friends and relatives of Apretute, Belmont, Sautez, Bellevue, USA, England, and Canada. The funeral of the late Theodora Bridget Glood Tobin of Guelph St. John will be held privately. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Olive Catherine Gibbs of Montmorut St. George passed away on Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021, at the age of 55. She was the mother of Martina, Martin, Marcellianne, Lenora, Elizabeth, Krista, and Alicia, grandmother of Renelle, Xavier, Carlos Jr., Daniel, Zayla, and Nikia, mother-in-law of Telson Sandy, sister of Deborah McQueen and Brenda Gibbs, close and dear friend of Douglas Victor in the USA, aunt of 11, grand-aunt of 19, godmother of 4, many other relatives and friends including Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell, Yvonne Griffith and family, Nurse Olive McFarlane, Anne David and Twine, Marcella Campbell and family, Esther Alexis, the Pascal and Grant families in the United Kingdom and Grenada, the Gibbs, Regis, Gill, Langdon and Duncan families, and friends and neighbours of Montmoritz, Brazan, in the USA, the United Kingdom, Trinidad and Barbados. The funeral service for the late Olive Catherine Gibbs of Montmorut St. George will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Lucky Charles, also known as Miss Lucky and Auntie, of Pearl St. Andrew, passed away on Saturday, October 30th, 2021, at the age of 79. She was the mother of Pauline Charles Jack, Daniel Charles, Pearlie Paula Charles Jones, Junior Cornwall, Devon and Kellen Charles, N.C. Charles Frame, and Roxy Charles. Adopted mother of Clifford Mitchell, Roy Samuel, Garvin Richardson, and Kester O'Neill. Stepmother of Randolph. Grandmother of Jacintha, Justin, Rondell, Shalma, Ronald, Johanse and Johanna, Revel Camuniu and Adriel Charles, Rogel Charles Bernard, Kadeen and Nikiah Regis, Nahim, Navon, and Nagida. Step-grandmother of Crampy Sukram. Great-grandmother of 8. Mother-in-law of Fenton Jack, Clarence Jones, Nicholson Frame, and Sandra Cornwall. Grandmother-in-law of Joshua Bernard. Many nieces and nephews including Nathalie Paul, Yvette Charles, Jerry, Scott, Irvin, Karen, Curleen, Nisha Booker, Stephanie, Anslem, Ermin, and Spanitou. Many relatives and close friends including Rosalind, Deborah, Turbot, Tony Bain, Diego, Ford, Margaret, Pecon, Marcia, Nikel, the Philip, Charles, James, Rennie, Gibbs, Sukram, Peters, Ned and John families, the Honourable Kate Lewis, the doctors and nurses at the Princess Alice and General Hospitals, and friends and neighbours of Pearls, Seamoon, Paradise, Paraclete, St. John, Moya, and Conference St. Andrew. The funeral of the late Lucky Charles, also known as Miss Lucky and Auntie, of Pearl St. Andrew, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Enoch Eli Benoit, also known as Mafu and Lion, of Snellhall St. Patrick, who resided at Douglaston St. John, retired police officer number 143 and bus driver, passed away on Tuesday, October 12, 2021 in New York at the age of 62. He was the husband of Anne-Marie Frances Benoit, father of Kieran Paul in Canada, Kelsey and Chantia Noel, stepfather of Anika Francis in the USA, grandfather of Jacqueline Paul in Canada, brother of Branson Benoit in Grenada, Alma Cheddick in England, Jenna Grant in the USA, Sharon Benoit in Canada, Janitha Richards and Naylene Benoit, brother-in-law of Cosmos Grant, Edric, Ludrika and Christopher Francis, Garfield Renee, Odva Ambrose, Pamela Benoit, Maria Fraser, Magdalene Duncan, and Michelle Scott Regis, nephew of Joseph Richards, uncle of many in England, the USA and Grenada including Hughes Philip, Janice Hilaire and Carrie Richards. Many other relatives and friends including the Benoit family of St. Paul's, Pastor Niles and family, the Philip families of Montrich and Snellhall, Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenard, Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell, former Commissioner of Police Mr. Winston James, ASP Leroy Langine, Woman DC number 940 Thorne, the rank and file of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Joycelyn Belfon, Kevin and Margaret Williams, Keith Belfon, Eunice Thomas and Matthew McIntosh, Carol Williams, Dwight Joseph, Lavon Johannes, Esther Ferguson, Dr. Dolan Noel and family, the Bernard family, the Andrew family of Snellhall, Trevor Thomas and family, Mrs. Jones and family, Marge DeCoto, Lytton Harry, Ernest Sanderson and family, Anstead McLeish and family, and friends and neighbours of Douglaston, St. John and St. Patrick. The funeral of the late Enoch Eli Benoit, also known as Mafu and Lion, of Snellhall St. Patrick, who resided at Douglaston St. John, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Ashley Donald Julian of Bonaire St. Mark, who resided in England, passed away on Wednesday 27 October 2021 in London at the age of 57. He was the husband of Ivy Julian, father of Jackie, Marcia, Neville and Caroline in the UK, grandfather of 1, great-grandfather of 2. In-laws Donovan Morrison in England, Jasmine Lewis and family in Grenada, Norma Rogers and family in Grenada, Christiana Lamoth and family in Canada. Many other relatives and friends including Hazel and Clifford Paris and family in England, Pearl Applewaite and family in the UK, Althea Lewis and family in England, Anna Brewster and family in Canada, Sheila and Pickman Banfield and family in Canada, Terry and June Lamoth and family in Canada. The funeral service and interment of the late Ashley Donald Julian of Bonaire St. Mark, who resided in England, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Henry Smith Lambert, also known as Lionel and Mr. Lambert, of Harveyvale, Carriacou, passed away on Saturday, 23rd October 2021, at the age of 85. He was the husband of Agnes Lambert, father of Martha, Lee, Christine, and Felix, grandfather of 12 including Anisha, Marcus, and Donaya, great-grandfather of 2, brother of Laura, Alban, Kent, John, Cleopatra, and Joseph, brother-in-law of Frederick Stephen Bedeau, Dory, Alicia, Sharon, Phyllis, Evelyn, Sybil, and Veronica, uncle of many including Abriana, Abraham, Deborah, Tina, Mark, Brenda, Davis, Jennifer, Elizabeth, Sharon, John Henry, and George, cousin of many including Doralyn and Petrina McQueen, Muriel, Winston, Joyce, Viola and David Lambert, Nella Edwards, John Stonewall, and Petrolina Punce Franklin. Other relatives and friends including the Lambert, Gabriel, Raymond, and Romaine families, the Quashie and Ammon families, Bentley Thomas, Holly Guadalupe, Govin Raymond, Joycey and Hilton Andrew, Ronali and Leeslyn Hamlet and family, and neighbours of Harveyvale and Belmont and surrounding areas, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Henry Smith Lambert, also known as Lionel and Mr. Lambert, of Harveyvale, Carriacou, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Shawlan Timothy James of Pearl St. Andrew died on Monday, November 8, 2021, at the age of 45. The funeral arrangements for the late Shawlan Timothy James of Pearl St. Andrew will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Fitz Isidore Alexander, also known as Brigade of Grandon St. George, passed away on Monday, 15th November 2021, at the age of 57. The funeral arrangements for the late Fitz Isidore Alexander, also known as Brigade, of Grandon St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Dave Marquez, also known as Kalawa, of Grove St. John, an employee of Nawassa, passed away on Thursday, 11th November 2021, at the age of 51. The funeral arrangements for the late Dave Marquez, also known as Kalawa, of Grove St. John, an employee of Nawassa, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Jenilyn Hector, also known as Jen, of Brooklyn Concord St. John, passed away on Monday, November 15th, 2021, at the age of 50. The funeral arrangements for the late Jenilyn Hector, also known as Jen, of Brooklyn Concord St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Carly Joseph Bell, also known as Daddy Carly, of Woburn St. George, retired Corporal of Police, passed away on Monday, 11th October 2021 in the USA, at the age of 78. He was the husband of Ann Bell, father of Fitzroy, Sheldon, Roll, Rodney, Rhonda, Bob, Janelle, Gwyneth, and Tasha, grand and great-grandfather of many. Many other relatives and close friends, including the Caliste, Bell, Lacroix, Baker, and Macmillan families, and friends and neighbors of Woburn and surrounding areas. The funeral arrangements for the late Carly Joseph Bell, also known as Daddy Carly of Woburn St. George, have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Cuthbert Thomas of Shantimel St. Patrick, who resided at Cherry Hill St. George, passed away on Friday, 5th November, at the age of 79. The funeral for the late Cuthbert Thomas of Shantimel St. Patrick, who resided at Cherry Hill, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Stanley David Japal, also known as Buddy, of Mount Carmel, St. Andrew, passed away on Wednesday, November 10th, 2021, at the age of 77. The funeral arrangements for the late Stanley David Japal, also known as Buddy, of Mount Carmel, St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Hermelin Moraine, also known as Mom, of Crowshoe, St. Andrew, who resided at Mount Hartman, St. George, passed away on Monday, November 8th, 2021, at the age of 67. The funeral arrangements for the late Hermelin Moraine, also known as Mom, of Crowshoe, St. Andrew, who resided at Mount Hartman, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anastasia Merrill Charles, affectionately known as Stacy, of the Bocas St. George, passed away on Monday, 1st November 2021, at the age of 72. The funeral arrangements for the late Anastasia Merrill Charles, affectionately known as Stacy of the Bocas St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Catherine Williams, also known as Bemisi, Tita and Darling, of Blaise St. Andrew, who resided at John Anglais St. George, passed away on Friday, November 5th, 2021, at the age of 72. The funeral arrangements for the late Catherine Williams, also known as Bemisi, Tita and Darling, of Blaise St. Andrew, who resided at John Anglais St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Shondell Harford, also known as Loverboy, of St. Cloud St. Andrew, died on Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021, at the age of 22. The funeral arrangements for the late Shondell Harford, also known as Loverboy, of St. Cloud St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Daniel Cephas Bartholomew of Tempe St. George passed away on Tuesday, 2nd November, at the age of 72. The funeral service for the late Daniel Cephas Bartholomew of Tempe St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
William Loftus Nayak, also known as Lala, of Riversally St. Patrick, who resided in Cumana Main Road, Toco, Trinidad, passed away on Saturday, 2nd October 2021, at the age of 91. The funeral arrangements for the late William Loftus Nayak, also known as Lala, of Riversally St. Patrick, who resided in Cumana Main Road, Toco, Trinidad, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
The pain and agony of losing someone is never easy. Within your own mind and heart, there is a deep pain, agony that no one can fill. Within you see yourself painfully accepting the fact that you have lost someone you love. But this is what the Word of God said in the book of Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help comes from the Lord, which made the heaven and the earth. To him you need to look to for your help and your leadership and your guidance. Man will not give you that help that you need. Money, fame, even the very material things that you have seek. You realize in losing someone, none of those things would give you help. Right now, there is one person who stands ready to help you. His name is Jesus Christ. He is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Why not trust him today? Why not allow him to be at peace in your life? I want to pray for you and your family. Pray with me. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I surrender, Lord, every heart that is painfully accepting the reality of their lives who have lost a loved one. I pray, O God, that you comfort those families. Give them strength. Enable them to see, God, that you are there for them, that you, Lord, would never leave them, nor will you forsake them, for from you will come their help. I ask your blessing and for strength for them today, in Jesus' holy and precious name. Amen and amen. May God bless you and keep you and sustain you. May he overshadow you and look over your family as you reach deep within and overcome this deep sorrow and pain that you face. My prayers and thoughts are with you and your family. God bless you.
Less talk, more power.
Walk here and everything.
See the miracle.
Evidence of metastatic prostate cancer in his body.
Cancer free here. No cancer. Here's the last one. Clap your hands to the Lord.